So, as a lot of you probably know, I was in the competitive Smash scene for probably about a year and a half, and I kind of just wanted to talk about that and my experiences with it. I started playing the Super Smash Bros. Franchise when I was about 4 to 5 years old. I got Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Wii for my birthday, and I've really just played it ever since. Mainly, not of course competitively when I was younger, or anything serious when I was younger, but more so, of course, just as the child that I was, just playing a video game for fun, playing the story mode over and over, playing the characters, seeing that there were more unlockable characters, and so on and so forth. Played the heck out of that game until we put it down because we finally have done everything in the game. Until like 2013 when Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS and Wii U were announced. I can't express enough how much the Super Smash Bros. Franchise means to me, because it has pretty much just been there my whole life, and it's pretty much the reason why I just kept wanting to buy the new Nintendo consoles. Like, the reason why I don't have a PS5 or Xbox Series X is there's no games on either console that I care that much about. But for me and Nintendo, Smash Brothers has always been the game that has always kept me buying their console and kept me coming back to Nintendo. Because they would always release a new console and a new Smash game to go along with it about every 7 to 8 years. So when Smash for 3DS and Wii U came out, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to call it Smash 4. When Smash 4 came out, it was pretty much like the eye-opener. After people saw that like Sonic and Solid Snake can get into Smash, so can Mega Man, Pac-Man, and a whole bunch of other weird, random, crazy characters like Wii Fit Trainer, Duck Hunt Dog, etc., etc. Characters that no one asked for, but sure, why not? Old Nintendo characters, somewhat new Nintendo characters, early 2000s characters, why not? Throw them all in. Then, after the train wreck that Smash 4 was, they finally released their DLC after about a year or two after the release. Nothing horribly exciting. Everyone knew that Mewtwo was going to be put back. Lucas was back. Roy was back. And Ryu was a character that everybody was ecstatic about, and me included, being a Street Fighter fan and a fighting game fan that I am. But more importantly, Cloud was released, and if you know me well, I love Final Fantasy. I love Final Fantasy VII. I love Cloud. I have a Cloud poster. I have the Buster Sword up there. I have the original copy of FF7 for the PS1 over there, and the PS1. I love Final Fantasy VII. So when Cloud got released, he was my main ever since. He was my main until about 6 to 7 months ago, which I'll get to that later. But point being, Smash Bros. When Cloud was released for Smash 4, it kind of awoke that like childhood love that I had for the game and kept me going. And then again, when about another few years passed, and Smash Ultimate was announced for the Nintendo Switch, I was originally not going to buy a Nintendo Switch because the only thing that was really on there was Legend of Zelda, and Mario Odyssey was being announced at around that time. But besides that, I had no interest besides Super Smash Bros. Now, Super Smash Bros. Was in, and I saw that Cloud was also being put in the game, and I did some research. I found that it was a pain for Nintendo to actually get Cloud back into the game, and so it was my goal to save up and get a Nintendo Switch. And after about 2 to 3 years after the release, by the time I got a Nintendo Switch, Pyra/Mythra just got announced, and so yeah, Wow, that's crazy to think about now that I think back on it. But yeah, Pyre and Mythra just got announced, and since then, I just kept playing it. I got my hours up with Cloud, and non-stop Smash Bros. Right now, I currently have over 1,000 hours on Smash. I know I should probably touch grass. Point being is that I'm just trying to express how much the Super Smash Bros. Franchise has meant to me, just for myself personally. I know like lots of creators like Hungrybox and whatnot has very big sentimental value, not only just because it's competitive Smash versus casual Smash, but Smash Bros. As a game means the world to me. However, about a year and a half ago, my school got an esports team. After I told them that they finally listened to me, and it finally happened. So, what eventually ended up happening was we had a list of games like League of Legends, Rocket League, blah blah blah, basic stuff that no one likes League of Legends, and like two to three people liked Rocket League, and those were really the only two games for the first semester. So everyone went with Rocket League. I picked up Rocket League. I don't like the game. And then after about 6 or half a school year of doing that, Smash Bros was finally released for the platform that we were using, and so we developed a team, and we got a whole bunch of people on the team, and they were actually all pretty decent players as well, for all of us being like high schoolers and whatnot. I was the oldest one on the team, and so we all just kind of messed around, taught ourselves, and became part of the Alaskan Smash community. Now, here's where things start just escalating. I have no problem with the Alaskan Smash community. There's so many nice and kind people. I have problems with some people in the Alaskan Smash community. I'm not going to say names, but there are some people that I just either don't like, or there's some just groups that I don't like. That's a whole can of worms that I probably will never get into, because no one cares to listen to it, and I don't care to explain it. Now, everyone just starts becoming super friendly with the Smash community in Alaska, competitive. We even get like top 10, the ranked number 10 player in the state to come like give us tips and tricks for our esports, because he lived here in the valley, and it was good. Everyone was happy. We went to this huge Smash tournament in the spring, and everybody had a blast, even though none of us, except for Coordinary. Coordinary got 7th in the youth bracket, and it was super fun. At that point, about a month later, about 2 months later actually, after that, it was during the summer, and there were some local tournaments that my friends and I kept going to, and I finally realized that I have more fun playing as Meta Knight, and so at that point I became a Meta Knight player, and to this day I still am a Meta Knight main. He's very fun to play, high risk, high reward, high speed character, takes a lot of skill to actually just get good with him, essentially. But he's very fun to play. Now, with keeping that in mind, of course, you have to keep maintaining that. They did another big tournament in Anchorage in the summer, and it was at that point that I kind of stopped caring as much for the Smash community, not the Smash community, but the competitive sense of Smash itself. It was just I went in there not really caring if I won or lose. Yes, we paid a bunch of money for me to get in, but it was more so I was just happy to be being in a tournament with my friends. But just seeing the brackets and seeing all the people there, it's just it was in a round. If you know what round robin is, round robins where you essentially get put into a pool of people, and then you take turns fighting each player. and every single one that we were all in, it was just all top level players. And sure, obviously, like a year into this, none of us are the best, but we've had a lot of success. Like, we about won the school semester of Smash. Excuse me. We've beaten top players before, and so we're feeling really confident about this one, or at least even somewhat. We know we're not going to win, obviously, but no, none of us even won a single game. It was just steamrolled the entire way through, and you could say that, oh well, you're just salty about losing. No, it was more so the case of just the passion was being lost, and then like. Because, like, when it comes to Smash Bros, and specifically, even fighting games in general, I absolutely love fighting games, but with, like, such a simplistic game like Smash, playing it competitively, it takes a lot more just, like, I would put in at least half an hour practices of Smash every single day just to play for the, school semester, and nowadays I play Smash whenever I just kind of feel like it, or when I get new amiibos, because I'm an amiibo collector and I absolutely love training them. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. But point being, it just gets old. So and after the summer big tournament, I go to the local about every month. It's a monthly local in about half an hour away from where I live. Keep going, and just the more and more that I go, the more and more that I just keep. Because keep in mind, I've been playing this game for 14 years. Yes, not competitively, but when you play a game for 14 years, and then you like get steamrolled by some kid, it's just like it really puts you down. And of course, again, that could just be me complaining, but it's also more so the fact of there's ends up just not really finding any reward in it, and it doesn't. What I'm basically trying to say with the competitive Smash scene for me, is that it just took away what Smash really was for me, like when I played the game as a child and when I started playing Cloud. Just recently, I started playing because I would like hardcore play Meta Knight for a month straight, no one else, until I finally just took a break and I picked up a character like Dr. Mario. Who would have known that I would have played Dr. Mario? But he's one of the most fun characters I've ever played. And then I picked Cloud back up. He's super fun to play. I picked, gosh, who was he? I picked up Dark Pit again. They were all fun to play, and I kind of just lost and forgot about how fun other characters are to play when you're not completely focused on just like combos and obviously yes, it's fine to be good at Smash. That's an obvious thing. But when it comes to like how you feel as like a video game, it's like if I got into speedrunning Final Fantasy VII, it wouldn't end up being fun for me anymore, especially if I kept replaying it over and over again, just more so worried about I need to beat my time and do glitches to beat my time, rather than I love Final Fantasy VII, it's my favorite game, I love the story, I love the characters, etc., etc. You're ending up not enjoying the game as much as you are with like the gameplay itself. And that's what like I've realized about competitive games in general. Like I just got back into Overwatch again after years of not playing Overwatch 1 because I kind of took a break because it just became boring because it was pretty much just all sweaty tryhards in lobbies that don't know how to play a casual game to have fun. It kind of just stopped me and strayed me away from the competitive scene of video games in general. When video games are more so focused, at least, on the competitive scene of everything. Smash Bros, obviously, and that's what Nintendo tried to avoid, is people taking their childhood game and then having it ruined by the Smash community. However, I don't think they need to push that because they are making money off of the competitive Smash community, and they should fully embrace it. But yes, Smash was not intended to be competitive. It was supposed to be a family game. It was supposed to be a party game, something for everyone to just get good at, enjoy, have some crazy battles like Steve versus Sora, or Sephiroth versus Mario, like stuff like that. It's not supposed to be like, well, the frame rate of Mario's down tilt is actually faster than, like, no one cares. There's the group of people that do care and the group that doesn't, and then it ends up becoming a middle ground of do you play Smash competitively or not, because there is no real gray area. Like with Alfred, for example, a very popular YouTuber, he does not play Smash competitively. He collabs with a lot of competitive Smash players, but he plays it like practically only casually, and he just messes with it, and that's what I appreciate. Is that, sure, I don't like playing with items, I don't like playing with random chants, I don't like playing with stage hazards on, but I like just the 4-player Smash and how nothing's taken seriously. Oh well if you lose. Oh well if you get 3-stocked. Busted character, you can say whatever you want. And that applies with kind of just every competitive game out there. Well, I know that the main media nowadays is more so focused on competitive scene, fully concentrating, G Fuel, whatnot, stuff like that. And that's what all these companies like G Fuel are like fully focused on and endorsing, is just like people hyper focusing on certain games in their competitive scene for like specifically FPS games. Valorant, I absolutely hate Valorant because it is only designed to be a competitive. That's why like most people hate League of Legends, because you God forbid you play that casually or really just have fun with the game. The game's not fun at all. It's probably the worst gameplay I've ever seen in the game. Overwatch is like practically supposed to be played competitively only, and it's about straying me away from it as well, even though I just got back into it. And like Call of Duty, Warzone, whatnot, everything is just wrapped around playing it competitively, and not because I want to get on with my friends and have a fun time. There's none of that anymore. Like, sure, you can get on with your friends, but like most games nowadays, you have to play competitively, or it's a single player game, no online, no test of skill, except unless it's like a boss battle or something. Stuff like that. That about wraps it up, though. Mainly just wanted to talk about my story with the competitive Smash scene. All in all, is the Smash scene, or like, is Alaskan Smash like a bad place, or is competitive Smash? No, absolutely not. I say that it's mainly just for people. I say that it's more so for people who are just getting into that. If you have no attachment with Smash Bros. Whatsoever, but you want to play a competitive fighting game, Smash Bros. Is your one. It's easy to get into, it's easy to learn, it's easy to get good. Stuff like Tekken, sure, but it's not easy to get good at because Tekken's a complex-ass fighting game. I could say the same about Killer Instinct, blah blah blah, etc. etc. Also, just main point being, don't lose what you love about video games over a competitive scene. Because I about lost my love for Smash. I about completely dropped Smash. I am done with the Smash competitive scene. For anybody that's watching that has known that I've been speculating about it, I am done with the Smash competitive scene. Not because I hate it, but because I've just realized it's more so just straying me away from what I love about Smash. And it's not that I don't find it fun, but like if I were to go to a tournament by myself with like a bunch of these random players I don't know, then it would not be fun. I can't seem to really make like good friends in the competitive scene with anyone. Like, it's cool to talk to them every once in a while, but besides that, not my thing. And I'm glad it took me like a good year and a half to realize that, because it really let me like soak my feet in to the whole thing. But thank you guys for listening to me rant for about 20 minutes. If you like, please like and subscribe. If you're interested for more videos like this and for Twitch streams in the future of actual gaming instead of just talk stuff like this, And yeah, hope you guys have a good one. Thank you again.